Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this one we are testing the iPhone 16 Pro Max's game performance, and this is a part 3 of the video. And as you can see, we got it right here in the black titanium, beautiful color finish, and literally no difference from the 15 Pro Max, just except a tiny size difference and this camera control button. That's it. I've made 2 videos already about the gaming test, and in that we covered Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition, and we've covered Farming Simulator 22, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, War Thunder Mobile, PUBG Mobile, and some other games as well. So if you want to check those videos out, I'll put a link in the description down below. And in this one, I got 4 games planned, and the rest of them will be in the other parts of the videos because these game testing takes a long time. So one video can be about 30 minutes. So in this one, we're going to test CarX Street, Car Parking 2, Wild Rift, and Car Parking 1. So both of the car parking games are pretty intense, and I will see how much FPS do we got. And we also got this infrared thermometer right here, and we'll be testing the temperatures as well, like how much does the phone heat up. So right now I just turned the phone on, and it's pretty cold as of now, and we will test it real quick. And you can see the readings are in Celsius. Okay, and as you can see, the phone is right now at 25.7 degrees Celsius, and the bottom part 25.7, 25.6 close, and the top part, if you can see, 24. Okay, top part is a little colder than the middle part, but yeah, so that's kind of the normal temperature, 25. Before we jump into the test, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by SoundPEATS. Thank you so much for sponsoring the video and sending this beautiful pair of headphones to me. And I've been testing these headphones for past 5 days, and I haven't put them on charge just yet. And since I got them, I pulled them out of the box. They were about 90%, and still they are at around 40%. So that's like a huge long battery life. As you can see, they're rated up to 123 hours of playtime. It's a super good battery life, super affordable, and super good sound quality for the price. I'll put a link in the description down below for you to check them out. And again, they come out in this beautiful package, really premium feeling package, and it has this little baggie to put the headphones in, and they come with the USB-A to USB-C cable for charging, and aux cable as well, so if you want to use them wired. And on this side, we have the button to change the modes, so active noise cancellation, pass-through, and the normal mode. And we got the charging port right here, and we got the on-off button, or if you pair it with iPhone, this button can also be used to trigger game mode, and also can be used to trigger the Siri. And volume up, volume down, so song next and back. So super good, and yeah, really affordable as well. So in Canada, they are right now on sale for about $80 Canadian, and that will be approximately like $60 or $50 US. And that's a pretty good deal considering the huge battery life and really good sound quality. And stay tuned for the full review of these headsets. Will be dropping on my channel soon, but if you want to check them out, the link is available in the description down below. And let's get back to the testing, and we will start with the CarX Street. As we checked at the beginning, the temperature of the phone was approximately 25.7, 25.5 degrees. And we'll test this game, and we'll play it for about 5-10 minutes, and we'll see how the temperature behaves. And we'll also be testing it, and because this game, to be honest, the developers of this game hasn't released an update yet. So if we go into the graphic settings, and right now I have enabled the FPS indicator, and we go to the graphic settings, and as you can see, so everything is cranked up to the max, and motion blur is turned on, FPS limit, no limit on the FPS as of now. And once we play the game and go to the city, and right here, so we got the game right here, and as you can see at the bottom left hand side, there is the FPS counter, And even if the game is still, it's not like rendering much of the graphics, and it just peaks at 59 or 60 FPS. That's pretty much it. Doesn't go beyond 60 FPS because the game was not yet updated for the iPhone 16 lineup. So we're still waiting for that. And let's go to the graphics, and yeah, we can't change anything. Even if I cranked the graphics quality down to like the least, resolution to the least, and now try it, and you will see exactly like no change in the frame rate. It's exactly still stuck on 59, and the graphics are doing, look at that. So like, this is not the camera doing it, this is happening in real time inside the game, like the lighting effect, and yeah, shadows are not good. So we'll just crank it to the max, because even in the max graphics you are getting 60 FPS, and the lowest graphics you are getting 60 FPS as well. So we really need the developer of this game to update and optimize this game for the latest iPhones. And let's go and get out of the parking lot, and we will drive around the city for a few minutes, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll stop talking for a moment now. And also, to put that out there, this game is a much better experience if you connect a controller to it, because I don't like the on-screen controls. But yeah, there is an option for connecting a real controller. As you can see, if we go to controls, there's an option. Oh my god, sorry. There's an option for the gamepad, so that's really good. And when you connect a gamepad, these on-screen buttons will just disappear, which will be a much better and immersive experience. So highly recommend that. Right now, FPS is at 50. Oh my god, look at that. FPS dropped close to 35 at the time when it crashed, but never went below 30. So kind of like that big console games, like Red Dead Redemption on PS5, Xbox Series X is stuck on 30 FPS, and Rockstar Games is not giving a damn about updating the game or even releasing a patch for higher FPS gaming. And hopefully we got a PS5 Pro coming in, and maybe we'll see an update, but yeah, it's highly unlikely. But as you can see, the phone is still like struggling to keep 60 FPS stable. Like, it's, oh my god, it close to 40, 47, 49. Okay, it's not even staying at 50 FPS. So yeah, max graphics, and the phone is struggling a little bit. The placement of the FPS counter is not at the right place, because my thumb is covering it. I have to like pick up my thumb. Oh my god. Okay, the FPS took a hit at the time of crash. It went close to 44. And where does this lead? Okay, right now it's at 59, so nothing much of a rendering going on. So as we enter the city again, like the area with a bunch of lighting, trees and stuff, it goes close to 40 again. So yeah, but no like major frame drops. The game is running pretty smooth. But yeah, so not keeping up at 60 FPS stable is kind of not good, because it's not for the phone, like not the fault of the hardware. It's the fault of the developer of this game, because the phone's been out for I think about 2-3 weeks now, and they haven't released an update for this game. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But this screen and the processor and the graphics card in this definitely supports well over 60 FPS. So yeah, that is bad. And right now, let's do the quick test for the temperatures. And remember, at the time when we started, the temperature was around 25.5, 25.7. And let's boot it up. Okay, and let's go. Oh my god, so look at that. So the phone is definitely warming up. So as you can see, it's at 36.3, so 11 degrees jump. So close to the top. So right, this part usually is much warmer. As you can see, this part is 37 and we're coming down. This is 35 and close to the bottom is only 32. So most of the heat is generating around this area right here. So yeah, but nothing to be concerned about as of now. So only 36 degrees, and we'll keep playing and we'll see. But this game, yeah, even if we keep on playing, this game is not gonna reach anything above 60 FPS, and just will be below 50 FPS at the best. So yeah. We'll just have to wait for the developer to send an update or at least a patch for increasing the frame rate and making it compatible with the A18 Pro chip that's available in this phone. And yeah, it's 2024, 60 FPS stable is definitely a requirement. And if it's over, then that's the best part. Oh my god, there is an accident. Okay, but yeah. So most of the time when you're out in the city and the phone is rendering these lighting effects, these trees and stuff, it goes below 50 FPS. But when there is nothing much going on, just like smooth ride, then it's hitting, like staying stable close to 60 FPS. So yeah, but yeah, never going above 60, even at the lowest graphic settings, as you noticed in the beginning. And yeah, so that's kind of a deal breaker, for to be honest, because this is a really good game, like a really big city and the nice cars, good graphics. But yeah, only limited by the frame rate, that this game is not optimized as of now. Okay, right, so let's do the temperature test again, and then we will move to the next game on our list. Let's wait for it to turn on. And so it was at 36 degrees, and as of now, so at the part where it gets hot, it's about 38 degrees right in this region. This region is the most, this region is where the most amount of heat generates. So 38, 39 degrees right here, and let's go back. And we will move to the car parking. So we'll start with the 1, and then we'll move to the more intense 2. And this one also has the FPS indicator, and I will be able to tell how many FPS are we. It's kind of hidden at the top. As you can see, you're getting 60 FPS stable, but that's just in the UI as of now. This game keeps on prompting me to spend real life money. Look at that. So only for this car, $14.99. Why would it do that? Because this is an old game. And yeah, so okay, so over here, let me decrease the volume real quick. So graphics, high, and so as you can see, most of the stuff is cranked to the max, but we will not be able to see real graphics until we are inside the game. So we'll play single player and inside the city, and we'll start it, and I'll show you how to turn on the FPS indicator, and we can change some graphic settings as well. So as you can see in the UI, show FPS is on as now, so kilometers per second, and we'll go to graphics. As you can see, graphics are cranked up to the max. So render resolution is at 500. So yeah, everything is almost cranked to the max. Motion blur is turned off, and details, distance. So yeah, those things won't matter, but the frame rate is set to 60 as of now. So I'll crank it up to 120. So it's unlocked, and we're pushing the phone to its maximum potential. So as you can see, right now it's showing 121 FPS. And so we'll drive. And as soon as we started to drive, the FPS is going up and down. But so far it's stable, 121 FPS, but when it turned, it kind of went close to 80, 89. But yeah, we'll see how it's keeping up. But the FPS indicator is kind of small at the top, so just pay attention to that part. But thank God to YouTube, it lets you zoom in the video playback. So yeah, you can do that too. But time to time, I'll be showing that as well. But right now, it's stable at 120. And pardon my driving, please. I'm a terrible driver in these on-screen controls because I'm a controller or a keyboard guy. So, okay, we'll go to this side. And still, it's stable at 121 FPS, like even above 120, 121.6. It's like super stable. Oh, okay, it went to 118 for a bit. 102. Okay, there was a big frame drop right there because we're entering some crowded area. Okay, 80, 91. Okay, stop. Okay, so when the smoke coming from the tires, so when some that kind of stuff is getting rendered, the FPS is definitely taking a hit. But for most of the part, it's staying stable, close to 121, 120 FPS. So that's pretty good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm a terrible driver. Sorry about that, and I'm going on the wrong side as well. Look, I'll switch sides. That guy honked on me. Okay, so yeah, most of the part, the game is running stable at 120 FPS. No issues at all. Okay, minus 55. That's a toll. Okay, well, reverse. Drive. And there we go. We lost the brightness privileges, folks. So as you can see, we have been running the game for about 15 minutes now straight, including the CarX, the other one that I just played. I forgot the game already. Forgot the game name already. But yeah, the other game we played for about 10 minutes, and this one we played for about 5 minutes, I think. And 15 minutes straight up, the game's been running at highest possible graphics that they offer. And the phone's brightness took a huge hit. I'm not sure if you were able to see in the video, but yeah. So the brightness went down, and so brightness goes down when the phone becomes too hot. And let's check that now. I'll wait for it to turn on because it takes some time. Okay. Okay, so now it's increasing, but not by that much. So it's 41 degrees. And if you move to the top, yeah, 38, 41. So this part is the most, the hottest part. And as soon as we start going down, it goes to like 34. So yeah, this part is not that warm. This part is getting pretty hot. So yeah, 41 degrees. 42 even. Okay. Look at that. I'm getting 42. You're close to 41, 42 degrees. So yeah, a little bit of error is also possible in these machines. But yeah, so far pretty good. But the FPS is staying stable and the graphics are decent. And we will move to the car parking too. So this one is the next generation of this game and much more intense. And we will be able to see the frame rate per second in this one as well. So we'll test it and look at that car. So that was beautiful. All right, so I'll quickly show you the settings that we have here, and I've turned on the UI's show FPS. And we go to the graphics. As you can see, ultra 100, 120 render distance. We'll crank it up to 300. Right, so yeah, most of the stuff is cranked up to the max, and we will play, and we'll play open world in the city. We got city, Japan, city 2. Let's go city 2 for this one. Okay, as you can see, right now the frames per second is 120, 110. So yeah, definitely fluctuating, but not that much. But we'll see how that goes. And this car that I have is manual, so my driving skills will definitely be taking another hit. So yeah, look at that. So the frame rate went below 110 in this one. Gear 105 from 3 directly. 109, 110 FPS. Okay, there was a huge frame drop right there. Now it's below 100, 99, 93. Now it's back to 112. But the graphics are cranked to the max. But yeah, FPS is definitely taking a hit. And the draw distance is not that much increased. As you can see, the details are still like popping up when I'm getting close to them. Let's increase that a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Render distance from to the max, props, car details. So everything cranked up to the max right now. So now, as you can see, it's definitely staying below 100 FPS. So as you can see at the top, 100, 97, 99, 98. Yeah, definitely 100, definitely below 100, but above 90 so far. So we haven't seen any major frame drops. I want to move, I want to go, oh my god. Okay, I got hit. Got another hit. Decrease the gear. Okay, we're looking at below 80 FPS, like in that shadowy area. But it's staying well above 60 FPS. But yeah, definitely taking a hit when, like, the graphics are literally cranked to the max as of now. Like draw distances to the max, the graphics is max, the render resolution is at the max. Okay, it went below 70. So you saw, okay, there was a huge frame drop right there. And the frame rate that I'd noticed, the lowest one so far is 68 FPS. So yeah, definitely taking a hit, but the graphics looks pretty okay. Now that went below 60 FPS. That was 56 FPS back then, and the game took a huge hit. Yeah, so definitely not stable, not a fun experience, because suddenly the game is running good, and suddenly it just stops, and the frames go down. So yeah, not a fun experience. Let's check out the temperature real quick. So as you can see, the temperatures right now are close to 44, 43.9, 44 degrees, bro. Okay, well, and we've been playing the game for over 20 minutes, like straight, if we count all the games continually. And yeah, definitely this part is getting a lot hotter as compared to the other parts of the phone. So yeah, and we started at 25 degrees Celsius. So yeah, that's a 15-degree increase. Let's change the graphics, and we'll leave everything else at the max, but just dim down the quality to high instead of ultra. And the frame rate will still need to be at 120 FPS, and the resolution needs to be 100. Render distance still max, prop distance still max, everything still needs to be max, but the quality just moved to high instead of ultra. And now we will see how this one goes. As you can see, the brightness is definitely taking a huge hit because it's not that bright. The brightness level is cranked to the max, but yeah, the phone is definitely not that bright. There was a huge frame drop right there, and it went below 40 FPS for a split second, but now it's back to 60 FPS. I thought like decreasing the quality of the graphics will improve the frame rate, but it's still pushing 70, 65 FPS, so no improvement in that case. Let's decrease it further and leave it at high, and we will just leave the render distance and stuff at the default, and move the frame rate to 120, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now it definitely went over 70, 100, 120. Okay, stable 120 FPS because as you can see at the far, the things that are far are taking a long time to render, and yeah, it's weird that way, because when you're getting close and suddenly like different cars and different stuff spawning in front of you, yeah, that is not a good experience to play. So, but yeah, definitely if you want the FPS to be stable above 100 FPS, even getting close to 120 FPS, just play at high settings instead of the ultra. But if you want to push your phone to the max and test and give it a hard time, then definitely go for the ultra and crank up everything to the max, even the draw distance and everything. that'll be a much better experience for your eyes, like visually. But yeah, the frame rate will definitely be taking a huge hit. As you can see in this part, there are some frame drops here and there, but not as much as compared to the ultra setting that we were playing earlier. So yeah, nice. Okay, so we played this game, and now the phone is definitely getting hot. And you can see 44.9, close to 45 degrees. So that's super hot, 45 degrees. So phone's temperature moved from 25 to 45, so 20 degrees jump in about 25 minutes of gameplay. And yeah, battery percentage is at 59 as of now. I will go for the Wild Rift and the last game for this video. Again, a little spoiler alert, and this game is not updated for the iPhone 16 lineup just yet. So yeah, so if because this one is from a pretty good game developer, and this one should be updated by now, but it's not yet. So if you go to the graphics, and so quality is definitely limited to 30 FPS. You can definitely change it, but yeah, by default it's it'll be at 30 FPS, and performance is at 60 FPS, so no 120 FPS. But if you go to custom, vibrant, and as you can see, we got frame rate options. We got 30 and 60, those are selectable, and the 120 is I'm not able to select it. As you can see, it says this option is not supported by the current device. So that just means the game is not yet updated and optimized for the iPhone 16 lineup. So all we got is just 60 FPS, and we'll crank the graphics to the max, super resolution, super high, and post-processing, effect quality high, and everything just cranked up to the max related to the graphics. Okay, so this game hasn't started yet, and the phone has gotten some time to cool down. As I'm just feeling the phone is not that hot, definitely not 45 degrees as of now, but the game hasn't started yet. Yeah, definitely before the game begins, I want to quick test the temperature. Previously was close to 45 degrees, as you can see. Now it's so the device is really good at cooling down, but like when the heat is generating, like at the time when the processor and the graphics is under stress, so they're generating a lot of heat. So at that time, the heat management is not that good. But like if you're playing PUBG for like longer periods of time, so I'd suggest definitely like once the match is over, wait for about 2-3 minutes before starting the other one, because that will give your phone time to cool down and perform at high graphics, as well as like really high brightness as well, because the brightness definitely takes a hit when the phone, so like phone will be looking like this even at the max graphics. It should be looking like this. I thought this game will not be showing the frames per second, but it definitely is, as you can see, even at the time of the battle. And as I showed you earlier, the graphics are cranked to the absolute max and can be cranked up more. And the game looks pretty good and staying solid, stable at 60 FPS. And my ping is around 70. Well, yeah, ping is around same as FPS. Okay. Yeah, I don't want it same when the FPS is getting 120. But yeah, so we'll just have to wait for the updates from Riot Games. And they will be sending an update for this game, and then hopefully we will be able to take advantage, because it's staying 60 FPS stable at the max graphics, and the phone is getting cooler as compared to the other games that we have played so far. So definitely this device is definitely capable of playing the game at 120 FPS, because even at this battlefield, yeah, the game is staying stable 60 FPS. And to be honest, if you think I am playing pretty bad, that's because I just installed this game this morning. I've never played this game in my life before. So yeah, that's the reason. So we've tested CarX Street, Car Parking 2, Car Parking, and Wild Rift. So 2 games are not up to date for supporting 120 FPS. And Car Parking is old game and supports 120, stays well over 100 FPS all game. Car Parking 2 is, you You can play at the max settings and it'll be staying well over 60 FPS, but touching closely around 80-90 FPS, but still there will be a lot of frame drops when a lot of rendering of confetti, like for smoke, and some accidents will happen. Yeah, so definitely, but these games are more enjoyable, like the CarX Street, car parking and stuff. They are more enjoyable if you connect a controller to them. So you guys are the judge from the frame rates, from the temperatures I showed you in this video. And again, thank you so much to SoundPEATS for sponsoring this video. These are really good pair of headset because they also fold down. You can put them in this really high quality baggy thing, and you can put it in there and take them for your travels. But yeah, super high quality, and as you can see, they're super comfortable as well. So let me just unfold them. As you can see, they're like super soft.